So churches will often do churchwide fasts where they decide for you that you're not going to eat for a certain period of time.
Okay.
What's up with that? Should you go along with that? And does God give my pastor the authority to dictate whether I can eat or not?
Okay. That's a great question.
Okay.
Great question. All right. So in our campus ministries, this is the first time I was exposed to this kind of thing, right?
Okay.
So in my campus ministry in college, we would do a 21-day fast every year. And
That's so long.
And so we do a 21-day fast. It's actually not my longest fast, but we can ask me about that in a second. But
didn't you do one when you were dying already? Isn't that when you did that?
What?
When you were...
Oh, when I had pancreatitis?
Yeah.
No. I did a 40-day fast when I was in college.
Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't you do one when you had pancreatitis
modified.
too, though?
Well, that wasn't... Okay, well, that was just me not eating because I couldn't.
That's what it was.
Yeah, that's what I...
Good job.
Yeah, thanks. That's what I weighed like 50 pounds less than what I do right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just because I was in so much pain. Every time I ate, I just didn't eat.
Right.
Or if I did eat, it would be like, I'm going to have like the smallest little thing of Jell-O or,
Jell-O's good.
Yeah, Jell-O was good.
Yeah.
So I'd have Jell-O. Like a more substantial thing would be like pudding. And then if I was feeling like really crazy, applesauce.
Oh.
No. Not
Applesauce.
Applesauce.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
And so, but like literally that was at times, there'd be weeks or even a month. I think it was like one time there was like 6 or 7 weeks where that was all I could have. And I can just eat like a little bit of it.
Yeah.
At a time because it was just any amount of food was just causing me so much pain. So, yeah. But no, that wasn't fasting
but
because
I was.
I am obviously.
Yeah.
So,
and that was fasting.
that was definitely not fasting. I was in pain. Oh my God! Make the pain stop. How do I make the pain stop? Don't
By not eating.
Yeah.
For Christ.
You can't add. I know you like to, but you can't just add on for Christ.
Yeah, you can.
And make it though.
I've seen people do it all the time.
I'm sure you have.
All right, so you went to college.
I did,
Okay.
and so but in our campus ministry, we do these 21-day fast every year, and so our campus pastor would always do a long teaching on fasting leading up to it,
Mm-hmm.
and make sure that we all understood what how to fast, how to approach the fast, types of fast, those kind of things.
Okay.
But he was very careful with all of us. They kept an eye actually on us. And so there was one guy in our he was a couple years older than me, but every year he would try to do like the 21-day fast and just like he would just be like, I'm just not going to eat. But he was already really like tall and thin anyways. And so like a week in, like, he's like 7 days into this 21-day fast and he already looks like he's just going to dwindle away to nothing. And
then he gave up?
Our campus pastor would always come to him and go, you made
good.
it.
You're good.
You
buddy.
made it this far. Let's stop and let's
This
get back.
21-day fast is just for
not for you.
The freshman 15 people.
Right.
We got a lot of fatties in here. This is how we keep it down. With our yearly fast.
No. But and the whole purpose of it for congregationally, when you were talking about like when we come together to do it, I do think it's really awesome when a congregation comes together for a season of fasting, of whether it's the 21-day fast or whether it's we're going to all fast this week or this month or Lent or whatever. Like we're fasting, we're pursuing the Lord and kind of consecrating ourselves to the Lord during this season of time.
So if my pastor, you
right,
came to me at church and said, "Hey, we're doing this. Do I have to?"
No.
Well,
No, I would never demand, and your pastor never should demand that of you, number one. And then number two, the type of fast should not be dictated either.
Oh.
And so for some individuals, maybe they can fast one meal a day, right? Like
fasting from work.
Yeah, don't fast from work if you need to work. Like, don't do that. So, I think there's
Hey, God said I can't come in.
Right. If you're fasting from work, you might be fasting from food too. So,
yeah.
One leads to the other. But I do.
If you fire me, it's religious persecution. I'll sue you in court. Anyway, see you in 3 weeks.
And I'd like a pay raise when I get back.
Yeah, right. God said I need a raise.
Just by the way.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Click.
No, I do think that there's a way for us to all fast congregation, but pastors, again, should not be dictating it's got to look this way. It has to be this way. I think you lay out all the various options.
So if you were to do this, you would say, hey, this is what we think you should do? Or do you say, like, our church is doing this, but if you don't want to, that's fine, and it's not going to affect your, you know,
like when we did Lent.
Jesus points.
Okay, so for example, when we did Lent last year,
mm-hmm.
that was new for a lot of our church in regards to actually having a call to fast something for Lent. Okay, that was new for a lot of us, for a lot of the church, and so. When I did that, I taught on fasting, but then I also laid out, here's the various ways of fasting. Here's the things you need to be mindful of. Like, I do not want our kids or our teenagers fasting. I do not not fasting from food completely, right?
Right.
They can choose to participate. Like my kids chose to participate, but in different means, right?
I'm glad I didn't come that Sunday.
Well, maybe you can this next year. Join us, with Lit.
But at home, what's going on? What are they doing?
Just watching us
What a bunch of idiots! Joseph told them to do this, and they just did it. It's crazy. Anyway,
yeah, I definitely don't. Yeah, never mind. So you can stay home, and so. But like my oldest, for example.
What about communion?
Hold on a second. My oldest, for example, he fasted from soft drinks for Lent, right?
Okay.
So for a teenager, that was something he could do. That definitely wasn't going to harm him.
Okay.
In fact, it actually was a healthy thing for him, right? So,
okay.
All right. Communion.
A lot of people fast from hard drinks.
Yep, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Again, not a bad call to do that.
Right.
And we actually had someone do that, and they have not had any kind of alcohol since. It was like a turning point for them.
Cool.
And so, anyways, communion. You were asking about communion.
Yeah. Can you do communion while you fast?
I would say yes. Other traditions will say no.
Okay.
But typically during Lent, the reason I'd say yes, and the reason most traditions during Lent will say yes, is because during Lent, the Sunday is not considered a fast day.
Oh.
So you're fasting.
You can get wasted on Sunday.
No. Well, then you're not even following Jesus at that point. So what are we even talking about? But no, so during Lent, there's the length of Lent, but then Sunday is not counted in those days.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so individuals, so the churches, when they serve communion on Sunday, you can absolutely take communion because you're not being held to, keeping the fast on that day.
Okay.
Now, others will say, but I'm going to keep fasting on Sunday regardless. And that's fine. Do as you please. But no, most people are not going to ban you from taking communion. And I don't think that ever should be banned.